This video is brought to you by Loot Crate. Head today to lootcrate.com/reviewtechusa and enter the code RTU to save 10% on any subscription plan. Skip it up and that up. So we all know that China is loosening their restrictions on gaming. The Xbox One and PS4 are due out there relatively soon. They're letting consoles into the country. And yeah, things are still going to be heavily regulated and censored, but it's a small step in the right direction. But just as good things are happening in China, and this could have happened anywhere else in the world too, so a couple or someone has to do something that is absolutely ridiculous to make progress stop and make things go 10 steps back. So what am I talking about? Well, a couple in China decided to sell their 2 children to child traffickers so they would have money for their free-to-play online games for microtransactions. I shit you not, this is the story. The couple in question is described as young and unwed, and in a jailhouse interview, the mother described her quote-unquote plight. Neither child was a planned pregnancy, and the father had no intention of supporting them. The first child was sold to traffickers from Fujian. According to the report, when they sold the second, the baby's paternal grandfather turned them in. Why did it take till the second child to turn them in? Did he not know about the first one? Or was it like, oh, you could sell off one child, but if you sell off 2, that's crossing the line? That just struck me as weird. But anyway, this is what they said about the father. The father likes buying items in online games, and he likes staying out all night at internet cafes. Not only were the children seen as a drain on the money he'd spend on those games, the proceeds from selling them went to fund his online gaming habit. Now, getting off the topic of China here, because the Polygon article tried to turn it into, oh, you know, China's all about censorship and they didn't want Battlefield 4 and they banned that and all the other crap I've talked about before, because this, I think, is a bigger thing than China. It's a human nature thing. We're very emotional creatures, and when something bad happens, we instantly want to find a remedy to it. We just, as soon as something, oh, someone shots someone with a gun, ban guns. Someone, you know, ate too much McDonald's and killed themselves, ban McDonald's. Someone, you know, smoked weed and crashed their car. Marijuana should never become legal. We always just ban, that's it. Close the door, don't think about it. We want it just to go away, and we want the problem to magically be solved. But nothing can do that. What people have to realize is there's always going to be extremes of everything. Some people could drink socially and have a couple drinks. Other people can't do that. They become alcoholics. Some people can have 2 cups of coffee and be fine for the day. Some other people, like I'll have a link to a video from Secular Talk below in the description. You know, there was an 18-year-old kid who overdosed on caffeine. You have to, he popped caffeine pills, but that's the equivalent of drinking 42 cups of coffee. Okay? Now, obviously, I'm sure this is going to raise eyebrows in China, but to the people who are now going to question this in China, I ask you this, or the people in America who hate video games, because we sure as shit know they're out there. Should we ban caffeine because an 18-year-old kid decided to pop a whole bunch of caffeine pills and overdose on them? Should we ban coffee? You wouldn't do that. But you would ban, but everyone's all skittish about video games because it's still this newfangled thing that people who are one generation older than me can't wrap their heads around. It's foreign, it's different to them. So instead of understanding it, when they see a story like this, oh, it has to be bad, just ban it. Let me ask you, newsflash to all the people who look at video games in a negative light. How many people do you think are out there selling their children to child traffickers to get extra money so they could do more online transactions in their free-to-play games? Not that many. Just like the other story I did where there was a guy who suffocated his kid so he can continue playing video games. There's always going to be that one person with anything, whether it be alcohol, food, video games, drugs, that's gonna take it too goddamn far. It doesn't mean that we should ban everything because there's a handful of idiots that take things to extremes out there. If we think in that mindset, which unfortunately a lot of people do, because like I said, people get emotional and they instantly want to drop the ban hammer, we would have to ban everything. Which, please, don't tempt the governments around the world to do that. They already want to already. Let's not give them any more fuel for their friggin' fires, please. Everyone just needs to take a step back, take a breather, and realize, unfortunately, there's people that are screwed up in this world. There's mentally disturbed people out there that are gonna do insane shit and take things to the extreme. You can't over-regulate things for the handful of people that are way too impulsive and can't control themselves. There's nothing, no amount of laws that can be passed, no amount of things that can be banned that's going to stop people from doing horrible things or becoming addicted to things. You just have to accept that no matter what rules or regulations are in place, people are going to lose their minds no matter what. You just have to deal with it. That's life. All right, folks, make sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for supporting Review Tech USA. Have a good one.